Hello everybody, we're here today at Rainforest Flora in Torrance, California with Paul Isley, the owner, and his longtime employee, Jesus. They're going to show us about how to mount and how to hang Tillandsias. Hi, Paul.
Hello, Barry. Welcome everybody to another session here at Rainforest Flora. And I'm with Jesus, who is a master with Tilly hanger wire, which is what we're going to show you today. The Tilly hanger is a great flexible wire that's used to hang Tillandsias in the air because they can grow in air. How's that for brilliance? Anyway, it's great stuff. We have a lot of different colors, and it's a wonderful way to show that Tillandsias, again, they can grow without any soil. They can decorate in vertical spaces. So I'm going to turn this over to Jesus, and here you go.
And Paul, what plant does Jesus have in his hand? What do you think that is?
Well, he had to pick one up that I don't know. It's a, what is it?
Brachycollis?
Oh, it's Brachycaput. That's
Sunset Glow.
Sunset Glow.
Sunset Glow.
Jesus. Yeah, Tillandsia Sunset Glow.
And so, Paul, describe what he's doing. He's not hurting the plant, and it's helping to hold the plant upright, correct?
Yeah, he's making an attractive mount for the plant to accentuate the epiphytic nature of it, that it can just grow in the air. And the Medusa types like this one are especially easy because they're in a vertical axis, and you can make a circle going around fairly tight to the plant itself.
Now, what has he got there? Is that
That's tenuifolia blue flower, and again, you can see it takes practice to actually get good at this, which is why I'm not doing it, because I haven't done it very much. But you can see if the leaves fold back, just don't break them. Most of the leaves on most of the species and most of the plants are somewhat flexible, and keep your eyes open, and if the leaves get bent back, then just bring them out from behind the wire and they're fine.
Now, it's important that he's doing this deftly and carefully. He's not breaking the stem or the meristem part of the Tillandsia, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience, and you don't want to break the plant. This is a really easy one. Is this? I think this one's Casey. Yeah, Tillandsia Casey is a hybrid of bulbosa and bootsii.
And this one's named after
My youngest daughter, Casey.
his daughter, Casey.
Yeah.
And now, can a customer just wrap this around, let's say, the handle of a screwdriver to start, so they don't break the plant? And then
Maybe, if you want to try it. I think, the way we do it, we sell a lot of these with the wire already on them.
Yeah.
Like the Home Depots and the stores we sell to. And so the guys have to get a lot of these done.
yeah,
And you can see the symmetry there of the way that Jesus is doing it, which is really nice. And if you do it and it isn't symmetrical, then you can, excuse me, I hit the camera here.
Don't worry about it.
You can adjust the wires easily.
Is that paucifolia? What is that?
That's intermedia.
Intermedia.
Yeah. Which is a species that in nature actually hangs upside down. So you could mount that one hanging upside down if you wanted to and be just fine.
Right.
Now this is Tillandsia tricolor. This one's a little more interesting because you can see that it has a more spreading structure to the leaves. And so you have to thread your way through those leaves
Without breaking the leaves.
without breaking them. Sometimes you run into a problem with plants like Ixioides or concolor that have very, very stiff leaves. Yeah, then you have to be careful.
But the point is, you make a generally spiraling form, just 2 or 3 bends of the wire, and you've got the plant done.
Puede ser la velutina? Oh, está terminado. Okay, the velutina that he did. Yeah. See how pretty that is. Velutina is a great species, but again, I wanted to show that one because the leaves are very spreading, and you can't just go around it without really paying attention to what you're doing.
So he just did 2 or 3 bends, though, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. Is this one ragtime?
Ragtime.
Abdita by Concolor?
Concolor times Abdita?
Abdita by Concolor.
Concolor, sorry.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them down here in front of us that are very colorful. I can stick one in front of the camera here. Does that show?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's a great plant.
And are these come in how many colors? 6 colors of the Tilly
I think
wire?
we have about 8
8 colors.
different colors.
And it's for how many feet for, what's the price for the packages?
The normal retail on a 40-foot coil is $7, and 40 feet will do quite a few.
Can they order on the website?
Yeah, they can get them at the website or at the different nurseries. I think that's Ianantha rubra.
And you can see he's bending around the plant, but he's not compressing and putting too much pressure on the plant itself.
That's a good point.
This is where the experience comes in.
Well, you want to leave enough room for the plant to grow.
Yes.
And if you have a bunch of Tillandsias, guaranteed that you're going to turn around, a year or two is going to go by, and you're going to find a plant that's grown into the wire and into the tilly hanger. And so you just want to go back and uncoil a little bit and give it more space. That's just common sense.
And then eventually, when it forms a ball, you can move on to some other larger form of hanging or onto the grapewood.
When they get real big or whatever, you can separate the offsets, or we use plastic coated fishing or phone wire for the great big plants, because the tilly hanger, we do have a form that's stiffer, so it works for well for the bigger plants. But when you get to real big plants, the xerographicas, the fasciculatas, or like we have the Rothii Jalisco hybrid in front of us here, then using fishing line or the plastic coated phone wire is a better way to go.
Yeah, you make a 3 or 4 strand.
Yeah, exactly.
3 or 4 strand.
Yeah, this is Tillandsia stricta.
Stricta the silverleaf or the no?
These are standard stricta.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 6 or 7 inches across. It's
and so you see,
15 to 20 centimeters.
He does start by wrapping it tightly around the bottom nub to hold it, basically.
Yeah, hold it at the base.
Yeah, there he is. That's fantastic.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then, Paul, you guys also sell the grapewood, right?
Yes, we sell the grapewood, and I'll bring one of the gals in, Erminia, who can show how we mount the Tillandsias on the grapewood. Grapewood are, most of these are about 100 years old, and they've been processed in a cement mixer with gravel and water to take the bark off, and then we attach the plants, and the wood forms a wonderful mount for the plants because it's got so much shape and character in a given amount of space.
And it's okay. And Paul, so you sell this by the piece or by the pound?
Both. It just depends. So
okay.
Let's. I got my phone ringing here.
It's okay.
So.
It's an impromptu video. We'll just
I know.
keep it.
All right.
And then, so the tilly tacker. Just one. Yeah, tilly tacker. This is your professional. Turn it the other way. The front.
What is Untal? See. No, that's yeah.
It's a special formulated. It's like a silicone glue, but better, right?
Well, it's very different than silicone. Silicone is the one adhesive that actually can and does hurt the plants.
It's toxic.
Yeah, it's toxic for the plants over the years. The tilly tacker is a styrene-based adhesive. We have a special slump made so that it's thick enough so it doesn't run. It's also sold as E6000, which is commercial. It's a commercial form of the same thing. It's more runny than this is, but it does work.
And it just sets overnight?
It sets for the small ones. They're pretty much right away, but the bigger ones, you give it a half an hour to an hour. And an easy way to attach the plants and not have to hold them is to have a shish kebab skewer or a stiff piece of wire, thread it through the leaves, have it go into a piece of styrofoam or some sand or something to hold the plant in place for half an hour, and then you're done. And what's great about the tilly tacker is that it's completely waterproof. It's completely waterproof, and it does hold the plants.
That's fantastic.
It never comes off.
And then, Paul, you made the Epiphytes Delight. This is your own custom-made fertilizer?
We had the Epiphytes Delight made. Geez, it's been over 30 years now.
Wow.
The Epiphytes Delight is a fertilizer that does not have a urea-based nitrogen. Most of the commercial fertilizers have a urea-based nitrogen, and that's fine if your plants have soil, because the urea nitrogen needs a bacteria that lives in the soil to break it down into ammoniacal and nitrate nitrogen so that the plants can use it. And the nitrogen component is what accelerates and helps the foliar growth of the plant. And so we had this made that's the ammoniacal and nitrate nitrogen so that it is accessible to the plants. and it works really great. We have so many testimonials for it.
It is. I've used it for years. I love it. Well, I want to thank Jesus for helping us with this demonstration.
Yeah.
And in future videos, we'll talk about how to mount our grapewood, and we'll do some other stuff.
All right. Thanks, Barry.
Thanks, Paul.